Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jodi Anne, your favorite card slinger. This month, I am doing a podcast episode over on the Witching half hour or so that talks about the aces. So I wanted to come on here and give you guys some visuals as we look at the meanings of the aces. So when you're reading tarot for someone, what do the aces mean? Well, I think of them as like a bringer of good news. Whatever's going on in your client's life or in your life, the aces mean that newness is coming. They're a beginning, they're a start, they're a fresh open door. And you can know what area of a life is going to be affected by the suit. The minor arcana of the tarot, as we know, is broken up into 4 suits, and they correspond to the different elements. So cups are water, wands are fire, swords are air, and pentacles are earth. But what does that mean to your client? So let's look at each one of these suits and some of the cards I have, and let's talk about the energies that they could be bringing into your life or your client's life when you get an ace. Here's some examples from my collection of the Ace of Cups, and you can see the element of water here. Cups hold water. They're a vessel and they hold water, and water corresponds to our emotions, our creativity, and our subconscious mind. Okay? So when we are looking at a new beginning in the element of water, your client is getting to a place where they are processing emotion differently. There is a new sense of creativity coming to them. They're maybe tapping into some of their subconscious ideas and subconscious themes differently. Maybe how they view their dreams is coming up differently. It's going to be a newness. And this newness can be positive or negative, usually because the aces are welcoming. And if you look at how bright and beautiful those energies are, they're bringing in something positive. That's typically what they are. So even if it's a very emotional time, it usually means we've come to a new level of understanding of our emotional lessons. The element of wands is all about fire. And fire is about our willpower, our ambition, our drive, how we show up, how our passion is there for us. So when you have an ace of wands, it means there's a newness coming to you, a new door opening up, a new bit of ambition. It often talks about our relationship to power, right? Maybe it talks about our relationship to anger, because fire is our passion and can be about our anger. It can talk about how we stand in our power. It can be a new way of asserting ourselves, of being assertive, of owning our power, a real newness to it. Swords are very interesting suit when we look at them in the tarot because they represent our minds, right? Air is our thoughts, right? It's out of thin air that we think of things. Our thoughts are a lot of what makes us human. So when we're dealing with the suit of swords, we're really tapping into our humanness and the ways that we can sometimes be our own worst enemy. It's often our thoughts that trip us up, those tapes we play in our heads. So an ace of swords is usually a sign that you or your client has been doing huge amounts of emotional work, mental work, cognitive work to really switch their mind, to change their thinking, to gain a new perspective. So when things come up for this client, when they're pulling an ace of swords, it means that they're really seeing things differently and probably more clear than they have in a long time. The swords are probably the most dramatic suit of the tarot because they are such a reflection of our humanity. The last suit we're going to look at is the 4th suit of the tarot. It is the suit of Pentacles, and it represents our material world, right? It's the earth element. So it's all those things that are on this realm, in this time, in this plane. There's not a lot of esoteric thought when it comes to the Pentacles. They're a very grounded suit. Not to be ignored though, because it's very important. How do we feel in our bodies? How are we embodied? What is our relationship to our material well-being, like money and pleasure and food? How do we stay embodied? What is our world like in the day-to-day? That's what the Suit of Pentacles is about. So it will sometimes tell you about a new kind of chapter in life for your client. Often it's about the way they relate to abundance. It relates to our ideas around abundance. It relates to our ideas around scarcity. It can be new sources of income coming in, but it would be in your Suit of Wands that the inspiration and the passion for what you want to do and how you want to make your way in the world comes up. The Pentacles are more about the actual paycheck coming in, and the Wands are about the inspiration and what inspires you to work hard. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So when we're looking at these beautiful aces, know that they are usually, almost always, pretty much every reading I've done, they are a good omen. They mean there's a newness. Often your client has been going through a tough time. They've been in the trenches doing the healing work, doing the battle work, and that ace comes through to tell them that the newness is coming. What they've been working on manifesting, what they've been working on healing, what they've been working on, the issues that they've been having are coming to a close, and a new chapter is opening up. And that chapter is going to correspond to the suit that the ace is in. I hope that helps you. I hope you enjoy this channel. If you made it this far, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. I put out monthly readings, and I do put out some weekly mini readings. I also have a podcast if you want to check that out. It is called The Witching Half Hour or So, and it is about more than just tarot. I tackle many topics. If you like the information here, go check out the other videos I have. I've broken down most of the cards in the high arcana